Hello and welcome to Plays Hand of Fate. I'm Zsokorad and this is Hand of Fate. This is a deck-building, dungeon-crawling, third-person brawling, action role-playing, roguelike tabletop adventure game. Did you get that? I hope so, because I'm not going to try to explain it. You'll just have to see for yourself. And this game has, I think, 12 bosses in the main storyline, and in the past I've killed 9 of them, but I went ahead and reset the game so I can play it from the beginning. So without further ado, let's start playing Hand of Fate.
One more for the game. Come, sit. You have passed the 13 gates, and you come to my table to play the game of life and death. Your stake is wagered. I refuse none who come here, yet I say, turn back.
That is the dealer. He has really awesome voice acting. I'm going to try not to speak over him at all.
The game begins. One lives and one dies. Let us see what you are made of.
Alright.
Here is the first member of my court, the Jack of Dust. 12 in all must fall before you may challenge me.
Jack of Dust. The bandit leader is stronger and faster than most bandits encountered. He can become enraged, making powerful, unblockable attacks. He also inspires his followers to steal gold on each hit. In the ruins of an ancient temple among the eternally shifting sand dunes lives the mysterious leader of the desert bandits. Infamous for his reign of terror over any spice caravans that dare take their chances traveling through his domain, he rules as a king over the barren lands. Let's kill him. This is so great.
Let the cards fall where they may. We begin.
Alright, so you can see in the lower left, I've got health, food, and gold. Every time I take a step, I use up a food. If I run out of food, I either die or I start losing health, I'm not sure. And you can see there, I move by, well, selecting an adjacent card and jumping to it with my little figure piece there.
I was never a fan of illusion or pretense. Here, I'll make an exception.
Mr. Lionel. Whilst enjoying your evening meal at the local tavern, a strange old man takes the seat next to yours. He taps your shoulder quite painfully with his wooden staff to get your attention, and you notice that he appears to be a goblin, poorly disguised as a human. His wizened face grins at you with a hint of madness. "My name is Mr. Lionel. If you give me what I need, boy, I will conjure up your heart's desire with this wizarding wand of my own creation." He cackles uncontrollably for a few moments, then sits patiently waiting for your answer. Do I give him the bread from my plate? I can't give him 20 gold because I have none. Ask him what he needs or ignore him. Well, I'll give him the bread from my plate. He considers the bread seriously before placing it carefully in his coat pocket, seemingly satisfied. Mr. Lionel taps his staff on the ground and a shield materializes at your feet. "There you go, old bean." He smiles a warm grin that reveals all his chipped and yellow teeth. "Your face reminds me of my son. I haven't met you before, have I?" Draw 1 shield card. Reflect. Shields with this trait allow the hero to reflect projectiles back at the attacker. This must be performed with precise timing as the projectile draws near. I have to press Y to reflect projectiles. Look for the green indicator above the hero's head. Counter. Weapons with this trait allow the hero to counter their foes' attacks. Look for the green attack indicator above foes. Again, press Y to counter. Okie dokie.
You can now reflect your opponent's ranged attacks using your shield. Make good use of this skill if you wish to survive.
Then, before you can stop him, with inhuman speed, he snatches a pickled onion off your plate and sprints out the tavern. Let's see, do I want to go up or right? Let's go up.
Bound once more, seeking the heart of it all.
So I reach some stairs. I can decide to go to the next floor, which will be a new card layout, or I can turn back and go to the other cards before I go. Let's go to the other cards first. It'll use up some food going to them, but maybe I'll get something useful.
That first moment, that glinting weapon, the call to action, to adventure. Truly, there is nothing like it.
I agree. You see a weapon glinting in the sunlight, lying next to a skeleton at the bottom of a canyon. The walls of the canyon are covered in thick vines, perfect for climbing. Climb down to retrieve the weapon or leave it. Well, we can't just pass that up. Let's climb down. Okay, 3 successes and a failure.
Choose from these options.
Now, these cards don't randomize themselves when they shuffle like that. When you can actually follow a card as it's moving. So it's kind of like a shell game where you hide something under one of the shells, they shuffle them, and then you have to guess which one has it under there. Well, I was watching, and the failure card's right there. So as long as I pick one of these 3, I'm okay. It gets harder. Very carefully, you make your way to the bottom of the canyon. You retrieve the weapon from the ancient corpse. Draw 1 weapon card. During combat, press X button to swing your axe. And does 25 damage. The one I had was 20 damage, so that is very good.
The moment to savor. That will make you much more effective. Fair Merith. I'm not surprised to find that this encounter remains vivid in your memories.
One day, in a shady forest, you encounter an elf maiden. She stops to greet you. I am Merith of the Forest Folk. My people have long helped the mortals of this realm. What boon would you ask of me? Ask for longer life, ask for supplies, ask for gold. I think I'll ask for supplies, which should be food. This bread will sustain you for many days. The dealer draws you 2 food gain cards. So that
I'm sure
one,
you are grateful for that.
Yes, very grateful. That one gives me 5 food, 3 food. It is said that sharp-eyed adventurers may protect themselves from the worst of Lady Luck's contrary nature. Farewell, mortal. So now I have to go back and use up some of that food, but at least I'm ahead of the game.
Head downwards, if you dare.
I dare. I dare indeed. You embark upon the next leg of your adventure.
You're on the final floor of our simple map. Your opponent waits here for you. Find him. If you defeat me, well, it is early to be talking about victories and losses. Let us see what you're made of.
Okay. While crossing the ancient rope bridges of Dead Man's Gorge, you hear sounds of movement from below. It's an ambush. Now we get to see combat. 2 of dust. That should be 2 bandits. Come and get some.
You can now counter your opponent's attacks. Hit the counter button when you see the flashing indicator.
Okay, so there's attack, counter, stun, dodge roll. And dodge. Dodge, come on. Oh. Should have just countered it. And yeah. What is that? Looks like a bunch of cockroaches coming out of a wall. You recover what you can from the dead. The dealer draws you 3 game cards. Equipment. Draw 1 equipment card. I got a sword.
The most fundamental symbol of might for an age.
Sword that does 23 damage. That is not as good as my 25 damage axe. Would you like to equip the sword? No.
Really? Is that what you're going to do?
Yes, it's what I'm going to do. 3 food. 25 gold. In a shady grove off the beaten trail, you find a traveling merchant looking to trade with wandering adventurers. Mages sell only specific items that they've discovered in faraway lands. Their prices can be high, but they also pay well for anything that catches their interest. Approach the shop. Greetings, wise traveler. I have much to offer you. No, it is
If you were
I.
wondering why you've been collecting all that gold, you now have your answer. We're starting to get into the meat of the game now. The back and forth between resources and rewards.
I was gonna say, no, it is I that has something for you. Here, have a sword. Sell the sword for $5. Yes. And there's my axe and shield. I think he said it's a final floor, so I don't need to worry about food. Now these are hidden, and I don't know what they do until I look at them, so look at them. Urns? Antlers. Lizardmen take double damage from the player's attacks. There's actually bandits, which is what I just fought, lizardmen, skeletons, and ratmen. And they each have their own set of bosses. See, Hag's Wraps. Each strike inflicts a curse, slowing and weakening your opponent. Dragon Ring. While all dragon relics are equipped, receive plus 50% max health and full healing after every combat. There are certain items that make up sets. So this is Dragon Ring. There would be like a dragon helm, a dragon sword. You have to collect them all and you get the bonus. And Damocles? During combat, press right bumper to throw knives in 8 cardinal directions. Well, the only thing I can afford is antlers. I'm not going to need that. I'm pretty sure there's no lizardmen on this level. And I don't think I get to keep my items between bosses.
Let the lizardmen beware.
Yes, beware lizardmen. I'll go ahead and buy it and just see if
choice.
See if I get to hold on to it. Let's go to inventory.
You can always review your cards here.
Just want to make sure it was equipped, and it is right there. The shield, artifacts, trinkets, gloves, weapons, armor, blessings and curses, helms and shields. And I think that's all I need to see there. Next. Ambush.
What did you think would happen with a card called Ambush, eh?
someone brings me ice cream. Right? A slight rustling behind you is all the warning you get that your life is in grave danger. 3 dust bandits. Get out of here. Come on, do something. I want to counter you. There we go. Counter. Counter. Counter again. You guys can't do nothing to me. Okay, if I attack while someone's down, I guess they can do something. Doesn't react to the counter fast enough. Oh! A shield right to the throat. While searching the area for anything worth salvaging, you realize that one of your opponents is only pretending to be dead. Sneak up and kill them, or flee? Ooh, a moral choice. I'm at a crossroads. They're bandits. They've probably killed a bunch of people. They try to kill me. Get out here. Gotta watch closely. I didn't watch closely enough. I think that's a success. Oh! Taken by surprise, you are knocked to the ground. When you recover, you find yourself alone with the dead. Oh, that wasn't so bad. Much worse things can happen.
You have reached my first champion. A good man driven to madness by a war that took all from him. Wife and child, kith and kin. From such dark and brittle iron I forge my tools. Now we see your metal.
We shall see.
This token will unlock more cards if you can defeat this encounter.
Okay. So if I beat him, I get those 3 tokens. Well, he just said it. And I'll get more cards. So it's him plus 4 bandits. You can go ahead and start skipping these intros.
Some enemy attacks cannot be blocked or countered.
There we go.
Get out of the way or stop them with your own counterattack.
Oh, no. Red one means you can't counter it. Just take a little bit off the top with each hit. Get out of the way and bam, stun that guy. Counter, 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 counter. Yes. Counter him. I guess rolling behind him counts as a counter. Stun him. Oh, get out of the way. Oh, he hit me. No. Go down. Go down and stay down. Awesome.
Down into the worms with him. Perhaps there is peace for him in the grave, poor soul. One champion has been sent to the cabinet. Yet we are only at the start of our road. You will face 11 more opponents who will test your strength, your memories, and your resolve. Few fall at the first hurdle. None reach the last. We have wagered, and you have won. You may claim your rewards, yet I will also claim mine. As you improve, so do I. Balance must be retained.
Let's see what cards I got. As a reward for defeating the bandit Jack, you receive these new cards. Jack of Skulls, that's the next boss. Dead King's Hall. Local Peasant. Devil's Choice, that's one of my favorite cards. River. Captain of the Guards. Now, I think on the two towards the top left, they have locks on the top of them. I think that means that I can't see what it does until I actually encounter it. I think that's what it is, and the others I can see what they do. Because there's a deck building component to this, and you can, you know, stack the deck in your favor if you want to, or against you if you want to. And then the little tokens at the bottom of the cards are basically what I'm opening right now. When I successfully defeat a card, I'll get the token and it'll unlock more cards. I said I beat 9 of the 12 bosses before. There's a bunch of different armor cards that can pop up now. Beat 9 of the 12 bosses before, which means I did see a bunch of cards, but I think there were even more cards that I never saw before. So there are going to be things I run into that I've never encountered. You can see Mercenary Contract down there towards the bottom right. That is I can't remember what they call it. A relic or something. Artifact? Yeah, artifact. And it has a special ability I can use it during combat. I'm not sure what that one is, but looks like it's I get gold every time I hit something. You can see like a sword made out of gold pieces. I guess we'll have to find out. And these are for defeating the Bandit Jack. Bandit Attack. Maze of Traps. That one's tricky. And Goblins.
Shall we deal again?
Well, that is the first boss of Hand of Fate. I'll be splitting up the videos to where there's hopefully one boss per video. Maybe some of them will be pretty hard and I might have to do a couple attempts at them. So more than one video per boss. But after that, after I've gone through all 12 bosses, I think there was actually a recent update where there might be even more bosses after that. I'm not sure. We'll have to find out. But once all the bosses are gone, there is actually an endless mode alongside the story mode. So once the story mode's over, then I'll do endless mode. But until then, I'll see you next time, and thanks for watching.